Welcome back to Good Morning America Now. I'm Willow Bay. Our lives are inundated with one weight loss trend after another, and the diet industry machine is having a field day over the emphasis we put on body image. It can be hard to tell the difference between products that are diet or that are disaster. So here to give us the straight skinny on diet foods are authors and Huffington Post contributors Cerina Vincent and Jodi Lipper. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You both are the authors of How to Eat Like a Hot Chick.
Yes. Right.
What's a hot chick and how should she eat?
When we wrote this book, it's supposed to be an uplifting anti-diet book for women, and our definition of a hot chick, we're not talking about looking like you walked off the cover of a magazine or any of the airbrushed supermodels. We're talking about a confident woman, a woman who doesn't apologize for who she is, what size she is, or what she eats, and that's the kind of message we're trying to send. And when you start living with that security and that higher self-esteem about knowing that you're a hot chick, you start making better food choices.
So we live, and you both are very well versed in this, in a culture where, particularly in the entertainment industry, but really all of pop culture kind of reinforces our obsession with size and body shape and image. And then added to that is, you know, a diet industry that just makes money, you know, off that obsession, right?
Yeah, they all work together to create this vicious dieting cycle for so many women.
So what's gone on, in essence, with women and their body image as a result of some of those trends?
Well, women are confused. They really don't know what they're supposed to eat, you know, or what they're even supposed to look like. You see in the tabloid magazines one week, Tara Reid is being attacked for being too skinny as a size 0. And then the next week, Jennifer Love Hewitt is being attacked. She looks terrible in her bikini and she's a size 2. So, you know, for women who maybe would love to be a size 2, you know, how are they supposed to feel? How are they supposed to, you know, think about their own bodies, and what are they even supposed to live up to? It's very confusing for women.
And then right next to those ads in these magazines or on TV, we see ads for new diet foods. And, you know, for things that are low carb or low fat or no sugar, or, and, you know, so are we supposed to eat carbs? Are we supposed to eat low fat? Like, are we supposed to eat bars? Are we supposed to, what are we supposed to eat? And it's just kind of like, women are really confused. If I eat this.
So are there any magic pills, potions, gums?
No.
Is there any, no, really? With all the money we have to spend on, you know, creating all this stuff, there isn't like one.
Well, they're trying. I mean, they keep coming out with these metabolism enhancing gums and candies that suppress your appetite and waters that'll help you burn fat. None of it works. It's just a scam. They're making a lot of money off of it, and
they're making women feel bad. They're making women feel like they should be ashamed of having an appetite and wanting to eat, as if it's something that has to be suppressed. And we're trying to get that point across to women more than anything, that you shouldn't be ashamed of being hungry. You're allowed to be hungry. You need to eat. You need to fuel your body, and we want you to enjoy it.
All right, so you're going to walk us through some foods that are marketed as diet foods, but really there are plenty of better choices, right? Starting with yogurt.
Yeah, yogurt for many years now has been marketed as a great diet food, and now they're adding all sorts of probiotics that speed up your intestinal transit time to help you lose weight, which just sounds kind of scary to us. But you know, we're saying this yogurt has 140 calories for this little tiny carton. It's really not going to fill you up or satisfy you. So we say, I mean, maybe you don't eat this whole block of brie, but you could have a chunk of brie and some crackers, you know, as a snack, and have a lot more fun and enjoy it a lot more than a tiny cup of yogurt.
All right, so something rich and indulgent, a little bit of it is going to give you better bang for your buck than a sugar-filled yogurt.
Right, I was going to say, yeah, there's also a lot of sugar in the yogurt, and some of the ones that are like 60 calories but have, you know, low sugar, those are just full of chemicals and weird dyes. So it's better to eat real food.
All right, this might be one of the more famous, long-standing diet foods, rice cakes.
Yes, we think rice cakes pretty much are a waste of time. They're not satisfying, they don't taste like anything, they have really no nutritional value. And, you know, a lot of women, they sell the little bags, the little mini ones, and they think, I'll eat these little rice cakes that are sweet and it'll cure my craving for peanut butter or whatever. And you end up eating 400 calories worth of rice cakes when you could have just made yourself a healthy peanut butter and jelly sandwich on healtly bread, the real kind of peanut butter. And
what is a healthy bread?
Like Ezekiel bread or whole grain bread, not white Wonder bread.
Right, exactly.
And
you'll be a lot more satisfied. I mean, the rice cakes, you just eat them and you keep eating them and you think, okay, now what? I'm just going to keep eating. I mean, they just don't do anything for you. So you eat, you know, a piece of bread with some peanut butter and jelly on it, and you'll be more satisfied.
All right, granola.
Yes. Granola is incredibly high in calories. This granola, for a third of a cup, which is a tiny
little
portion,
bit, right?
I mean, tiny portion, you could have 2 oatmeal raisin cookies. So, I mean, come on, what would you rather have? You know,
So, but is there any health benefit in the granola over the oatmeal raisin, or do they basically have the same ingredients?
in terms of the packaged granolas that you can buy in the store, they're pretty much the same. It's oats with a lot of salt and butter and oil and high fructose corn syrup and weird things in there. So, you know, if you're making granola at home, that's great. But, you know, in terms of buying it, it's not a good diet food.
You can read the labels. I mean, there are some that are healthier, but what we're saying is for the same amount of calories and not that much, you could have a big chocolate chip cookie or something.
Okay, you're saying it's not diet food.
It's not
Diet food. And if you want to, you know, if you want to have a healthy breakfast, you're not going to have cookies for breakfast, even though we do recommend that once in a while.
So bars,
Yes,
they're everywhere.
They're everywhere, and it's upsetting. I mean, it just feels like that our lives have gotten so busy that we can't take 2 seconds to cut an apple up and grab a handful of almonds, that we have to eat something that's condensed. And you know,
But I thought these were helpful because they're, you know, 200 calories. They've got protein. They've got
they do, but they also have high fructose corn syrup. They also have a lot of weird chemicals. I mean, they do shove a lot of vitamins and, you know, things in there, but it's a condensed food bar, and there's also a lot of very strange ingredients that you would never eat separately. So why eat them mushed together? And it's just much healthier for the same amount of calories.
Why eat them mushed together, wrapped in foil in the bottom of your bag?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
It's been sitting in your glove compartment for 6 months.
All right, 2 seconds, because just give me the 2-second version of why we shouldn't be drinking that smoothie.
Okay.
Smoothies can have up to 1,000 calories each. It is not a snack.
Okay.
That's a day's worth of calories, or half a day.
Well, after all of this, one thing is clear: it is time to enjoy our inner hot chick and all that hot diet machine confusion. We're going to toss that out. Thank you both very much
Thank you,
for
Willow.
joining us.
Thank you.
Stay with us for more of GMA Now. Welcome back to Good Morning America. Now, I'm Willow Bay. It is the food craze that is sweeping the nation. Frozen yogurt, or froyo as fans call it, it's everywhere. Joining us today are authors and Huffington Post contributors Jodi Lipper and Cerina Vincent. They're here to give us a spoonful of froyo brands that are certain to leave you chillin'. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Good. Now these are your favorites, but before we get into the frozen yogurt, you guys wrote How to Eat Like a Hot Chick.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your sensibility and the philosophy that you share in this book.
Yeah, absolutely. We wrote the book How to Eat Like a Hot Chick because we were sick of all the complicated, restrictive diet plans that make women feel bad about themselves and make them feel like they can't enjoy a dessert, even frozen yogurt, on many of these diets. So we wanted to write something that was fun and uplifting and really easy to follow, and would just make women feel good about eating food again.
And funny. There's not enough, you know, books out there that make women laugh about food and celebrate food, and so we're really having a good time, you know, making jokes about it. Girlfriends sit around. This is a girlfriend to girlfriend book, and girlfriends sit around and joke about food and laugh about it, and that's what our book is doing, and we're continuing to do with our Huffington columns.
And hot chicks really do eat?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Do you eat?
Yeah.
You're a hot chick?
There
yes.
you go.
There we go.
So we're going to talk about frozen yogurt,
Yes.
which you actually say is a really good alternative, sometimes better alternative than regular ice cream or even regular yogurt.
Yeah, I mean, we actually think that regular yogurt has been marketed as a diet food, but it's not that great. It actually often has the same amount of calories as Haagen-Dazs. So frozen yogurt,
Because
on
of all
the
the
other
sugar
hand-
that's in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And per ounce, you know, a tiny cup of yogurt sometimes will have, you know, 100 calories, and you could have 100 calories worth of ice cream, and it has the same amount of sugar and a lot of times weird dyes and you know, colorings
chemicals.
and chemicals.
But so frozen yogurt's a decent choice.
Yeah, and some brands are better than others, which is what we'll talk about
Well,
today.
good. Let's start. So you actually picked some of your favorites out
Yes.
for us,
Right.
starting with Tasty Delight. Is that top on your list?
Yes, Tasty Delight is our absolute #1 favorite. And Tasty Delight actually isn't technically frozen yogurt, it's frozen dessert, which we like because hot chicks eat dessert, and we like to support women to eat dessert, and Tasty Delight is a good guilt-free dessert.
All right, so why do you like this one? Is it the
Well,
taste? Is it the texture? Is it the...
It's sort of everything. The taste, it tastes
Yeah, go for
amazing.
it.
The texture is fantastic. It's only 20 calories an ounce. They have over 100 flavors, so you can custom make
I think
any
that's
kind of
chocolate
flavor.
coconut?
Let's try it.
Check it out.
But yeah, you can walk in and they have a list of over 100 flavors and they'll customize any one for you right there. And it's all natural. A lot of people don't realize that.
It is?
It is.
It is.
Tasty Delight
Wow.
is all natural, no artificial flavors or colors. So you don't necessarily, you know, the ice cream doesn't really look exactly like what flavor it might be, but because it's all natural and no artificial sweeteners or anything like that either.
And about roughly how many calories an ounce?
About
20 calories an
20
ounce.
calories. Okay. So pinkberry, complete craze. You know, in LA they're all over the place.
Yeah.
The lines are out the street now. They're popping up all
Yeah,
over in New
they
York. There's a lot of mystery around what's actually in pinkberry. Is it yogurt?
It's not actually yogurt that actually has a yogurt cultures that's really good for us. It's we like to say that it's a really cold version of
regular yogurt.
regular
it tastes
yogurt.
Like.
It tastes like
It's
regular.
got that
kind
tangy,
of tart and tangy
taste if you've never had it, especially the plain, the
yeah.
regular.
And we suggest they have at Pinkberry. They have a lot of great blueberries and,
They have awesome
and
fruit.
raspberries and
Yes.
fruit.
And
So if you're going to go for Pinkberry, you know, add the fruit
Talk
on,
your
make it a
kids
little
into
bit
going
healthier.
with
Yeah.
getting a good
Yeah, it's a good
scoopful of
snack.
fruit on top of there. Okay, so TCBY, how do you feel about this one?
Ooh. Well, TCBY it tastes good, and I grew up on TCBY, but it has a lot of calories. It is pretty much the same as ice cream. If you think you're eating healthy when you're eating TCBY, that's not necessarily true.
So roughly,
About 50 calories an ounce.
oh, so more than double
Right.
Yeah,
kind of these
it's
other
really more.
options.
That's actually the same as like Breyer's vanilla ice cream. So we're not saying you can't eat TCBY or that you shouldn't, but you know, be aware of it. It is a dessert. It's a real dessert, and you should definitely enjoy it, but not make it an everyday thing.
Okay, and then Colombo, that one's been around for quite a long time as well, right?
Yeah, kind of similar to TCBY. It's a little bit lower in calories.
So, all right, so now I have to check this out. Does it taste, I mean, is it significant
I mean,
for the
it
calories
tastes
better?
good, but what we're saying is, you know, we want all women to celebrate food and enjoy their
not-
desserts and enjoy.
I mean, I don't think it's any better than Tasty Delight.
Tasty
Yeah.
Delight's by far the best.
Perfectly yummy, but
yeah, but if you're for bang for your buck, Tasty Delight's definitely the best, we think.
any that we should steer clear of?
Oh, we say all those carbo light and low carb yogurts.
Atkins friendly
yeah.
yogurts are really bad. They're just
No.
full of chemicals, and you know they may only have 2 carbs an ounce or something like that, but they're really bad for you.
So
and,
go for little carbs.
yeah,
A little carbs
go
don't kill
for
you,
it, yeah.
please.
All right, Jodi Lipper, Cerina Vincent, thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much
so much
for
for
joining us. You are watching Good Morning America now.